just don't believe that the things that our struggles and our experiences are void. I feel like we have those experiences for a reason, and we pay it forward. If it can work for me, if I can overcome these obstacles, other women can as well.
The name Libera comes from the state motto, Montani Semper Liberi, which means mountaineers are always free. And Libera is just the feminine form of the word liberi, which means free. And our vision is a West Virginia where women and teens are empowered to live in freedom, one woman at a time.
When I first started working with Libera, I met with Karen one-on-one a few times and just kind of told her my story and where I was at. And then I went through an actual 8-week group, and I didn't know any of the women, and I kind of liked that anonymity. I really enjoyed being able to just go and not have everyone know who I am or what my life story was. I was just coming out of a couple years of really heavy loss and grief, and I was really in the midst of that. And so when we started meeting together, I was just feeling really kind of hopeless about how to move forward. I was stuck. I knew I'm in my mid-30s, and I was like, something has to change.
What I did was played into the lies. Well, I'm never going to be enough. I can't be good. I can't be this. I can't be that. So I'm just going to be what they say I am or who they say I am. And consequently, I made a lot of negative choices based on a lack of self-worth. So I went from an abusive home of origin into an abusive marriage and stayed and had 4 children, and then finally got up the strength to leave with my children. And Libera helped me to realize that I can find the truth of who I am, and instead of looking through the eyes and hearing the clatter of the voices around me or in my head, that I can come to terms and see who I really am and say, oh, well, you are a worthy person. You do things for people, you help people, you're enough within yourself.
I had a very difficult pregnancy and birth. Spent about 5 days in Ruby after that with some surgeries, and it was a traumatic experience. And after that, I kind of looked at this fresh new baby and thought, I do not want to put onto her all the lies that I have absorbed onto myself throughout the years. 18 months to a year before I hooked up with Libera, I had really started a search to uncover those lies and to get to the truth of the matter, and just to find a place that was really wholly me. And I think that was what connected and resonated so deeply about Libera, because it also looked at breaking those generational curses, which is exactly what I wanted. And it let me kind of have the tools and the assurance that by making the choices that I could help my daughter break those choices.
My family, we were so enmeshed, and everything had to be, I didn't have any of my own thoughts growing up. You know, I did whatever to please my mom, whatever to make her happy. And when you grow up learning to do that and not having your own voice, then I carried that into adulthood with all my friendships. I don't know that I really did much. I think I just stayed angry until I heard about Karen's, and I thought, I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of the same things happening in my life over and over. It was scary at first, and then I just kept stepping out and doing it, and then it was like an awakening. It was like, oh my goodness. Since I started figuring all that out and putting up boundaries and being true to myself, I have had the deepest friendships over the past 2 years.
Having that opportunity with Libera to make those connections, it was like breathing again.
All of us have issues. All women at some point or another have had issues with being worthy, being enough, or being in situations that they shouldn't be in, or being abused, just a lot of different things. And you can be successful in different areas of your life and still be bound in some area. So what Libera works to do is to help you to get to the core issues of why you make the choices that you make, especially the repetitive negative choices, where that comes from, and helps you to get to the bottom of that, and then to replace the lies with truth.
I think so many times we just think life is happening. and it's just happening to us rather than understanding we have a role to play. And so Libera has really just, one of their coin phrases is, your story is your glory.
It is to hand you the tools to the doors that are locked right now in your life. But then with that, and this is the key, is you have to be the one to actually take those tools and do something with it. But the beauty of Libera is that there's a community of women now around you who are doing the same thing. There's an accountability. It's kind of like a flashlight that just kind of helps you find that path to freedom.
My husband said I'm completely different, just calmer. I have been working on things that I love, and that all came because I am loving myself and being true to who I am.